So, very good morning, one and all. Thank you for introduction. Uh, yes, she mentioned actually I am not a specialized expert in environmental auditing, but since last 2.5 years, I've been there in um, environment and energy audit in our university as a chief coordinator, and I am management representative to JSS Academy of Higher Education and Research for environment and energy audit. Also, I would like to thank organizer, especially to Dr. Chandrasekhar sir and Dr. Arsha sir for their invitation and opportunity to share my knowledge and experience in energy auditing. Well, so yes, she said I am a catalyst expert. I working on designing no and I'm especially for carbon reduction into useful compound as well as production of green ammonia by using atmospheric nitrogen, as well as water and air treatment by using advanced AOP technology. So since I am working as a chief coordinator and I am involved in environment and energy audit in our university since last 2.5 years, so I would like to share some of my experience during audit. Well, this is the overall content of my presentation. So before get into the main concept on audit, I would like to discuss on sustainability. Most probably you are all well aware about sustainability. What is sustainability? Okay, because wherever you go, people used to talk about sustainability, isn't it? I think most of you are aware, and in your day-to-day life you are going to listen the word sustainability. Okay, when you go to your office, most of the signboard, signage and all says about sustainability. Okay, what do you mean by sustainability? Exactly, what is sustainability? Okay, in a general definition, like sustainability, nothing but you know uh, meeting our current need without compromising our future generation for their usage. This is general understanding about sustainability. But if you see the controversial sparks on sustainability, so generally sustainability mean, so when you are so hungry and thirsty, there is a glass of water in front of you, and and the sustainability says like you can meet your requirement at that present, also safeguard something for your future generation. You just think about it, you are very much thirsty and there's a shortage of resources. What what are you going to do? Are you going to drink full water, or still you are going to use a small quantity of water and you know leave small portion for our future? What you will going to choose? Generally, anybody can answer for this question. It just there is a small cup of water. You are very much thirsty and hungry also. Unfortunately, there is only a cup of water. What you will do? Huh? Generally, if I am in that situation, First, I will drink water. I will drink water, then, then I'll start thinking about my future. Isn't it? But if you see the general statement across the globe today, it is bring us in different direction. It says we should save something for our future generation, isn't it? It's a controversial statement today because especially countries like India and underdeveloped and developing countries, we are facing a lot of issues. Not one or two, we are facing many problems. When we are talking about sustainability, it says something else, but it is not really practically feasible. Most of the cases, especially country like India, the quality of environment today. 96, more than 96% of our water resources have been highly polluted. Okay, and most of our forest land is encroached and utilized for various activities today. And if you see the population, there is no correlation between available resources and population, especially in India. How are you going to achieve sustainability? It's a big question. Okay. There is no answer. Sometimes if you ask some question related to sustainability and accessing the resources, there is no answer, especially country like India. And there is a lot of debates also happening at international platform how India could achieve the sustainable development goals. I think you all know about SDGs, and if you see that sustainability, the real sustainability, we can add additional statement like we can use the resources by keeping something to our future generation along with balancing environment, social and economic conditions. When we are poor, we cannot able to donate or give it to somebody else. It's impossible, isn't it? Economic conditions. So, and there are lot many controversial issues, and uh, environment auditing may or it may give some insight on uh, sustainable 17 sustainable development goal today. Most of you are aware about it. And if you see the sustainable development goals, I think 6 sustainable development goals are straight away influenced by environment. Of course, I can say all sustainable development goals one or other way connected or interlinked. Okay, if you take a simple example like poverty, so again it may not influenced directly by environment, but environmental factor is one of the important component that leads to poverty. Okay, like that, one or other way, environment is influencing on sustainable development goals today. And we know that we need environmental sustainability, social sustainability, and economic sustainability. The fact is that when you are expecting environmental sustainability, you cannot expect economic sustainability. It never happen hand in hand. Environmental sustainability and economic sustainability can never happen hand in hand. They will not go together in a same direction. It never happens. If you want to achieve environmental sustainability, most of the cases, economic sustainability is going to affect it. For example, if you want to enhance your economic development, there should be some destruction or interference in environment. Environmental quality is going to deteriorate. You want to mainly concentrate on environmental sustainability. You are least bothered about other thing, okay? Then you can neglect any developmental activities, especially economic. Once you take any activity, economic activity, one or other way, we need to disturb the environment. It is a fact. Impossible to do any uh, developmental activity without destructing environment. We may say there is a green technology, green practice, eco practice, so many things. The fact is that there should be, there will be some impact negatively on environment if you take any activity. That is the fact. And social it is in between. Okay, if you want to move towards social sustainability, environmental sustainability, you cannot if you want to move towards a good economic activities or improved lifestyle, it is going to affect negatively on environment. That is the situation today. And as I said, environment audit is one of the key component where we can understand, okay, we can understand and we can partially address the issue about uh, environment sustainability, social sustainability, and economic sustainability. I cannot say it will be going to solve all the problems. It is impossible, but it's kind of attempt to understand and you know, partially addressing some of the issues associated with environment, social, and socio-economic condition. So generally, if you see that environmental auditing, okay, of course, as a default, even energy comes under environment. So where it is going to, help us to identify uh, various issues associated, problems and drawbacks associated with energy and environment. So the main purpose of environment audit. What is the main purpose of audit? Most probably in yesterday, uh, speakers have explained the, the framework, procedure, rules, regulations, and SOPs and all related to uh, environmental auditing. I am not going to explain in detail. Just I am going to highlight some of the important component here. What is the purpose of audit? So generally, uh, if you undergo environmental auditing process, you will be going to understand the current status of environment and energy utilization. Of course, now environmental audit is mandate across the industries, especially in manufacturing sectors, is mandate. Okay, it is become one of the tool and component for most of the manufacturing industries today. So they are going to influence on their production sector as well as their marketing sector today. For example, you just consider a pharmaceutical industry today. India is one of the leading, leading country in pharmaceutical production, and it has a lot of compliance need to be followed. In that, environment audit is also one of the component. Okay, I am just giving one industry as an example, but it is common in most of the industries, in manufacturing industries, and also in marketing industries, software industries. Of course, today, even most of you know, even environment auditing is mandate in most of the higher education and educational institutions. But the impact is and benefited by most of the manufacturing industry today. So generally, the audit, it is going to find out the gaps or issues associated with environment and energy at institutional level. Then it not only identify the gaps, it also going to help us to improve and solve the issues. That is one of the purpose of audit. And also it ensure, okay, once you undergo environment audit, it ensure your company or firm is going to fulfill all the complaints, legal complaints and other required complaints. That is the main purpose of audit. Then there are different types of audit, generally environmental audit, energy audit. Sometimes they are going to do hybrid audit, integrated audit. And there are different tools are being used, okay. Generally, uh, most of the industries, they are adopting, ISO tool under energy and environmental auditing, like ISO 14,000 and ISO 50,000 tool being used, especially for environment and energy auditing. If you see the major key component of audit, generally it involves collection of data initially, then they will analyze the data, they will find out the gaps, and they will give the improval suggestions. And what is the advantage of environment audit? Okay, actually, if we undergo environmental auditing, generally it is going to optimizing the resource utilization. Okay, it helps us to optimize the resource utilization. Here I am going to give some example of my own university. Actually, I am in JSS Academy of Higher Education and Research, Mysuru. So as I said, since last 2.5 year, in 2022, actually we plan to undergo for environment and energy auditing. Initially, we have done environmental auditing and energy auditing through third-party consultant. Okay. Followed by the environment and energy auditing, we also implemented ISO 14,000, that is environmental management system, and ISO 50,000, that is energy management system. Okay. Actually, there's a difference between audit and that ISO standards. Actually energy and environment auditing, it will focus on just how the institution or industry is performing in particular component. Okay, it means when you take environmental auditing process, it is going to concentrate on environmental component, and it is going to observe the process, and it helps to identify some gaps, and they will give the report and they will suggest some upgradation activities. But ISO standards, it's like a standard framework. Okay, it in energy audit, energy and environment audit, actually it connected to observations and monitoring, and it helps to training the people one who is associated with that auditing or a component or procedures. But ISO standards, it involves from layman to leadership. It involves everybody, and it will give a comprehensive framework to improve overall progress in energy and environment. Okay, so we adapted and we implemented both energy and environment audit as well as environmental tools. They are ISO standards. So I will tell you how that environment audit help us to optimize the resource utilization. So when we start, to be frank with you, actually it's educational institution, most probably in case of production sector, most probably they know the importance of it. But education institution, it's not mandate actually. It's not compulsory and mandate. It's like a voluntary, uh, take up assignment or procedure. So initially we decided to go for audit. Then when we start uh, collecting the information and when we start talking with the people, this the response. Okay, when we are not serious and somebody is coming and asking us some information, the response. They will laugh at us most of the cases. So why you need and all. But to be frank with you, once seen that drastic change and improvement energy. Even our leadership also impressed. They, they supported for unnecessary investment also. It was not necessary, but they agreed for investment. So in case of optimized resource utilization. So generally, I will give one simple example, like we have a 48-acre campus and full of a street light. In each single street light, we were installed around 500 to 1000 kilowatts hour capacity, lighting system. So it was consuming lot of energy actually at initial stage. Now after we undergone auditing, and we found out that is also one of the significant energy user, especially street lights and lights what they have installed in corridors and all. The utilization rate was very less, but energy consumption rate was very high. So what happened? The audit team came, they assessed, they identified that lighting of street is also one of these significant energy users. Then so we undergone different analysis procedures, and we requested our leadership, and we have given a proposal. Then they have changed the whole lighting system as a sensor based lighting system. So it's a progress and result of 12 months. So almost, especially I'm talking only on consumption rate for lighting of street, okay, and corridors. Almost 25% of consumption rate has reduced, because most of the time after 10 p.m. or 9 p.m. Nobody walking in a corridor or road, sensor actually, if somebody is coming, then only there is a gleaming illumination was taking place. Almost most of that energy consumption for that component has drastically reduced. So when we calculated the investment cost as well as energy consumption cost, almost within 12 months, almost it's we whatever we invested for that sensor, it has been fulfilled by reducing the electricity consumption. So in addition to that, we have a college where we have almost campus now we you know uh, utilizing solar based energy system. We are producing a lot of solar based energy system in our campus, and I think 60% of energy utilization happening through solar panel only. Okay. So even though we are using solar panels, there is a lot of leakages, okay, and improper utilization of energy, and there is some issue with the grid system, and transform utilization rate was totally different. We have an electrical engineer, but he was not at all aware about it. So through auditing, through uh, energy auditing, put a lot of lacunas and problems in that, especially uh, you know, cable system and and networking system. Of energy has been saved even after addressing that issues. So it happens through auditing only. If you are not undergone energy audit, most probably we couldn't able to identify that issue first of all. So it happened through auditing. That is the one of the major advantage of environmental auditing, where it contributes a lot towards the optimize utilization of resources. Then reducing the environmental footprint. There are many examples like that. When we undergone auditing, we found out many mistakes. We rectified that issues. We have saved a lot of energy consumption unnecessarily. Okay. So even reducing an environmental footprint. Most probably you know what is environmental footprint. It nothing but environmental impacts. Okay. So one of the common practice in our university, it's actually medical based university. We are producing a lot of infection waste, and we have also a lot of research is being taking place. And I will give one example. We have one animal house. Okay, it's like animal house. We using a lot of laboratory animals, mouse, okay, and mice, especially for biochemical activities, to test the biochemical activities. So initially, what we were doing, just after sacrifice that test animal, called to discard that mice, not in a standardized way. After environmental auditing, it was like one of the critical observations made by environmental specialists during their environmental auditing. So we are using these animals very long years, but we were not found out any systematic way and protocol to this. So after environmental auditing, we found out that, and by force we try to find new solution. It's a simple solution. Actually, we didn't know that. Then we contacted Pollution Control Board authorities to solve that issues. Actually it was very simple. Then they have given a contact number of a common treatment facilitator, okay, that GIPS Biotech. Actually, whatever we are going to produce that in infected waste, it's supposed to be handed over to that common facilitators without treating on spot. That is the protocol, but we were not aware about it. Even though we were using that infected waste and discarding in different way, we were not aware. But after that, it helped us to find out the right solution and also fulfilling the legal compliance. Okay, and also it helps us to reduce the environmental footprint. Okay. Also, it helps us to innovation sustainable practices. Of course, in fact, when we calculated the uh, the amount what we were spending to discard that sacrificed animal, it it was very high when compared to uh, when we started following the legal compliance and procedure. Okay, and also innovation nowadays. Uh, you know, most of us we are going to purchase lot of electronic gadget. Even at institution level, we are keep on purchasing lot of equipments, computers, so many other electronic equipments. Uh, Generally, we were purchasing equipments. I will tell you one example what happened when we purchased before purchase some equipments and how we faced a lot of problem before energy audit. Actually, we purchased one instrument. Uh, the instrument is produced by only one company. They are the sole and whole producer and supplier. It is related to radiation related equipments. So we purchased one radiation related equipments, and the person came and installed that instrument. After that, uh, after 3 months, actually that instrument was not working properly. Actually, when we purchased, the agreement was like that: 1 year warranty and 2 year extended warranty with additional payment. It was the agreement we signed with that supplier. The person came and installed, and he installed successfully, and he demonstrated, and he got a signature from the lab in charge, and he went back. After 3 months, the instrument was not working. The person came back and he checked all the connections, electricity connections, the sockets, everything. He went back and he sent a report like, so there is some issue with the earthing. The earthing is not up to the mark. Due to that, the instrument has been, burnt out. So as per the agreement, we are not able to exchange or replace the instrument nor repair. No, we spent around 4 lakh month. We got a response from that producer. Okay. So then we talking with the manager, so many people in that industry, they are unable to help us because the fault is from our end. During installation, what happened actually, after installation, usually signature. Uh, you know, even I think he had informed regarding earthing to the faculty. Unfortunately, because I am not a electrician, I am not much bother. Sometime because my work need to be done. That's it. So most probably signed and returned back the documents. So when our electrician checked that earthing, it was very high. Okay. So now we lost 4 lakh. According to the policy and agreement, the company people are right. Okay. Now who is the responsible for that loss? I cannot blame my faculty because he is layman in electrical knowledge. Then who is the responsible for that loss? So, so after auditing, what we have done, so first thing is we identified we have more than 150 earthing spots. We identified all the earthing spots and columns, and the all earthing work has been done by uh, licensed contractor only. So the thing is, we were not taken certificate from that contractor. That is our fault, because we didn't know that we had to take certificate, because we paid money to that contractor to construct or design that earthing fit. We didn't took certificate. It's in a procedure, it's mandate, but we are not aware about it to take that certificate and produce or keep with us. We didn't know that. So if if we have taken that certificate, we would have fight against that company. But we have spent the money for contractor to design and construct that, but we didn't follow the procedure. Okay. So that is the small things, but impact lot on economy that can be done through environment auditing. We spent around 4 to 5 lakh for environment auditing and ISO certification. But in a single instrument, we lost 6 lakh. Okay. So this is some advantage of environment auditing. Okay. Then it enabling cost saving and financial sustainability. So as I said, one or other way, it looks unnecessary burden and investment, but one or other way it is going to help us to stand as sustainable or economic sustainable practices. It helps us to save many unnecessary issues. Okay, like what I have told, the instrument. The same thing, we are learnt many things, and we have gone through auditing, and we learnt, understood, and now most of these processes are on track and in system. Okay. And it preparing for low carbon future. So as I said, starting from optimized utilization of resources till minimizing the carbon emission. Okay, it contributes a lot. So after that, actually, there are many trend and developments happened. Actually, we were not aware about IoT networking and monitoring system. We try to adopt networking and IoT-based networking and monitoring system for electricity as well as water utility today, and especially for IoT system. So I will give another example. So our university, actually, we were using 2 transformer. I think you all know about transformer. So we were using 2 transformers to our university, but for electricity utilization based on the capacity of the transformer, we can able to manage within 1 transformer. But we have connected 2 transformer as an alternative, as a backup. Both the transformers were running. They are connected to the grid, and they were active 24/7. The thing is, there's a lot of when you connect some instrument to the when there is a connection with the electricity, there is a continuous loss of material. If it is copper made or aluminum made, okay, there's a continuous loss. See, the copper is also one of the resources, and there is a continuous loss of copper resources. See, being a layman, we were not at all aware about it. Okay, Then we, after auditing only, we understood that that standby that was the lesson learned during auditing. And there are some uh, you know advanced technology being installed, like most of us you know using like water you know conservation tool, especially like uh, facets. So where they are going to we feel like we are using a lot of water, but that you know designed facets will not allow to flow more water. Okay, so actually when compared to regular facets, the cost is very high, not too much, 10 to 15% cost is very high, but it helps us to conserve a lot of water. That is um, one thing we adopted after that. And also we were using a lot of water, almost 30% of water was using for a gardening purpose. Okay, so after that actually we installed a sewage treatment plant, and also we initiated water conservation activities like you know we are we have reverse osmosis process, especially to supply drinking water and hospital, especially clinical applications. We have a RO unit where uh, 50 to 60% of water is you know uh, coming out of that unit as a rejected water. Okay, if we are almost uh, 20 to 30 liter per day we are using, we are treating through RO, almost 60% of water was coming out as a rejected water. So the question was that how we can use that water. Again, that is resources, but it has high amount of TDS. What is the solution? How could could we handle and solve that issues? We don't want to uh, drain out that concentrated water into the drainage system unnecessarily. Then we discussed with the expert, and we started collecting that water because we have a sports ground, okay, around 4 acre. So instead of using fresh water, we started using the rejected water to prepare the ground most of the cases. So we utilize that water in sustainable manner instead of discarding into the drainage system, because even concentrated water may not be used for gardening purpose also sometime. It is not suitable. Okay. So these are all some of the key achievement, and I can say improvements what we have done after that. And regulatory changes. So being a education institution, most of the time we are least bothered about legal framework, especially environment related. But once we adapt and undergone environmental auditing system, we fulfilled all the legal compliances. We made a agreement with GIPS Biotech. That is a common treatment facilitated for handling infected waste. All our infected waste are sending to GIPS Biotech with payment. Then another important thing was like regulatory, especially regulatory aspect. Since last 15 years, there is a large amount of waste, especially electronic waste. Nobody, taking care of that electronic waste, like computers, uh, printers, and discarded equipments. There are, I think, the huge, room, you know, filled with such electronic items. So space constraint, okay, due to that storage. So what we did after, uh, nobody has, uh, you know, seen that also, but when energy and environment auditing team visited our university, generally they see uh, each, they look each corner, okay. Say somehow they found out that storage system, okay, especially electronic waste. Then it was one of the major NC they have given to us, that is non-compliance. It's a part of auditing. They raised that NC, and we try to find out, you know, a solution for handling that electronic waste. Okay, since last 15 to 10 to 15 years, it was not, um, handled properly. Actually, it's just they stored that because nobody knows how to handle and discard, because sometime in between they try to uh, sell that electronic waste to the local recycling vendor. You know what, he taken some waste but not all. Whatever you want, whatever is going to get, from which uh, is going to get some incentives or profit, it taken, but remaining thing were there lying in that storage room. So we found out some uh, uh, recycler, especially we found out some certified recycler, and he came and he taken all the electronic waste, okay, and we got some um, money also from by selling that electronic waste. So it happened through the environment auditing only, or else still that waste, laying on the room, and it is going to consume that room. Now that room is converted into, you know, uh, converted into a battery room, where we are planning to store large amount of energy generated through solar panel today. We have a grid system. Uh, Most of the excess energy will flow back to uh, KV, but still we want to utilize our own energy by storage system. That space is now using for storage system by using advanced battery system. And marketing dynamics, I think it is well suitable for producing sector. Okay, not not for education sectors. Even it has a lot of marketing dynamics. Nowadays, people looking for um, green materials, and they are looking for buying material or goods from the producer, one who is adopted sustainable practice. Okay, most of the thing, even if you want to sell your goods, okay, uh, it even environmental auditing and ISO certification is one of the component. If you want to export some of the goods, so it is mandate at international level. Now slowly at the national level also it become one of the mandate component. Okay, so to enhance your marketing, to enhance your business, even environment auditing is one of the mandate component in most of the sectors, especially in pharmacy industries. It's mandate. They will audit what kind of water you are going to use, what is the source of water you are using for uh, manufacturing that pharmaceuticals and all. Even the same case, I think, in food industry. So this is the general process. Uh, Generally, when we go for environmental auditing, the first thing is uh, identifying the object. That is the first thing. So you need to identify the objective. In over enthusiasm, you cannot fix something else that may not be achievable. Always we need to fix achievable objective. We have to think twice while fixing the objective. That is very, very important. First, we need to identify the specific goals for the energy or environment audit. That is very important. Once you fix the objectives, okay, then you need to identify key performance indicator. That is very, very important. Key performance indicator. So, unless other than understanding or fixing objectives and key performance indicator, you may not achieve anything. It become like a report, report preparation activities, that's all. So first you need to, identify the objectives, then identify the key performance indicator, especially they are kind of a matrix where you need to concentrate on resource utilization, waste management, and quality, maybe water quality, air quality, and most probably indoor air quality, as well as outdoor air qualities, and compliance and risk management, resource efficient process, what kind of process. It may be different for different industries actually. And biodiversity and land use, stakeholder engagement and awareness, finance and cost indicator, innovation and technology. These are all some of the key performance indicator. We need to be considered these key performance indicator to achieve or to fulfill our objective. Once you identify these key indicator, so it helps us to know ourselves or to know the progress of the environment auditing. If you are undergoing environmental auditing, but there is no performance, there is no improvements, now what is the use of environment auditing? Okay, see, it's a waste of money as well as waste of time of involved in a community. Key performance indicator is very, very important. Then data collection, that is next point. It happened before audit team visit to our institution or industry. We have to do that. Okay, data collection. Okay, generally data collection, especially in energy auditing, is a little bit different. They expect, valid documents like bills, vouchers or invoice for energy consumption. And if we are using alternative energy sources, okay, for that you